Hey, for those of you that don't know, my name's Chad, and I help answer a lot of questions about Inflatable Office. I am not an employee, but I enjoy working with their software a lot because it's so flexible, and I learn a lot by helping. In this video, I wanted to show you kind of about this lead page and how to kind of make it your own. As you can see, a lot of stuff isn't very helpful. It's not a bad starting place, but here you have like a column that says status and it's hold. But once you get used to it, you'll know what status it's in based on the color. You don't need it to tell you it's on that status. The date and the time are pretty far apart. It tells you the lead organization and then the last name, which is pretty redundant for a lot of you residential people. It doesn't hurt whenever it's an actual business and then the contact's last name, but not super helpful. So I went through and kind of created my own, and that's what we're going to show you here. So this is what mine looks like for now. Just for simplicity, I'm going to show you the one that I use for my sales reps. Basically, it's just the same table, just with different information in it. Same order and everything. There's no filter that comes out. But you can see I have the lead total and then the balance due. And the reason I do those separate between outside the date and time is so that it's easier for my eyes to separate what's going on there. I have the contact tags. I know it's hard to see with some of those colors. The lead flag, that's a pretty important thing, so you know when there's conflicts. The rental names and the quantities right next to each of them. See, folding chairs is 18 of them for this lady. If there's any notes, this is important for me, maybe not for everyone, but this is important for me because I use a lot of forms. On my website, when people fill out the form, it creates a lead, and I can see what they're needing before I even open it. Then I only have one place that's lead organization, so it's either the person or the company, the state and city that it's in, the sales rep, and the delivery type. So this is what I use. Yours may look completely different, and that's okay. We all do things a little bit differently, but I wanted to show you how you can do this. We do it by going to Settings, Reports, then we build a report, and I'm going to just open the one I have already. And you're just going to start adding in a bunch of columns, okay? It doesn't really matter what order it is when you first start. You're just going to go down and add whatever you need and then change it, okay? For your sales one, I wouldn't group or whatever. Just let IO do their default thing. That way you don't miss it. If you're doing a, your logistics report may look a little bit differently for your logistics manager if you have one. And you may even apply filters down here where you say confirmed and event starts in the next 3 days or something, because that's what they need to see up front. Once you're done with that, make sure you save it. Most of you will just maybe call it lead page, something simple. I separate mine and then say what position it's for, because my sales rep, every time I hire a salesperson, they'll use this one. And if I hire a logistics manager, then they use another one, and so forth, and I can tell which one is getting it. Once you've set your report, you can make it default. Now, if you're a smaller company and you're not using the workers module, the easiest thing to do is go Settings, General Preferences, and Lead Page Report, and you're going to set the report you want. So, boom, and you're done. Okay. However, if you set that, when you do get the workers module, everyone will be defaulted to this, which isn't horrible, unless you change it in their workers deal anyway. So that's not too bad. If you only want to apply it to certain people, you can go into logistics and workers, then open up the individual, and you can go down to their preferences and set theirs, and now it's just going to be just her profile is going to have that, not the entire company. So the general preferences is across the entire company. inside the workers module, you can apply it to individual people. So the benefit of doing that is then whenever you go to leads and events, it automatically rebuilds this with all this information there, and I can go straight to it and know that charity's already taken care of that because there's one assigned there. I don't have to do anything with it. Any information that's not here, I like to put in this pop out. So this pop out comes in and it has all this other additional information. It doesn't have all the information I'd like it to have, but payment info, the items that they're getting, and the invoice breakdown. So I don't even have to go into a lead to see it. And I find that my workflow is a little bit easier whenever with these columns that I use. So if you have any other questions about how to set this up, or what other reports you might want to use for this, feel free to let me know. Leave a comment down below or something.